been introduced, I'm a member of the economics department at UMKC, and I'm here to share a little story with you. Just a few weeks ago, my colleague, Peter Eaton, thanks Tyler, and myself received a phone call from an old friend, an unreconstructed veteran of the progressive activist movements of the 1960s and early 70s, who essentially said to us, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore." He wanted to know if we'd be interested in working with him and a few other like-minded fellow travelers in an effort that was aimed at helping to get this country back on a progressive track. Excuse me if my voice breaks. I marched and I did a lot of hollering.
Yeah!
We were working on a long-range plan to tap into what we suspected was, let me call it a seething dissatisfaction with the current political state of affairs in this country, and to energize an activist movement committed to full employment policy and jobs now.
Yeah!
Jobs now. Well, it seems that short-term events have overtaken our plans, and that movement that we were working on a long-range development of is sort of taken off spontaneously. Congratulations.
Yeah!
So we're here today to sign up. Yeah. We are the 99%.
Woo!
One thing we've already done is to craft a statement of purpose, and it's called A Letter from the Heartland. A letter from the American heartland. Some of the members of our group are circulating in the assembly and on the march today, passing out copies of that letter. So some of you may have already seen it. It's not too long, and I'm going to use the rest of the time allotted for my remarks here just to read it to you. The view from the American heartland today is a grim one, lying almost beyond our poor powers of description. The predatory accumulation of wealth and power by a tiny fraction of our population is on an alarming path of exponential growth. At the same time, our access to the essential resources which provide the bedrock of our prosperity is on a clearly visible path of long-term decline. Jobs, the lifeblood of our middle and working classes, are shuffled around the world like pawns in a game of corporate chess, seeking the minimization of labor costs in the poorest of countries while providing goods and services to the most profitable markets of prospering elites. Despite rapidly rising productivity, wages have remained stagnant for more than 30 years. Now, massive and persistent unemployment and underemployment make a mockery of what was once thought of as the American dream. Education, hard work, and personal sacrifice no longer assure a secure standard of living. Where each generation could once expect a better life than the one that came before, we now bequeath to our children a world where their future is likely to be poorer than their past.
Yeah.
Healthcare costs rise relentlessly each year, and ever greater numbers of us are forced into the ranks of the uninsured and the uninsurable, facing physical and financial ruin at the whim of fate. At the same time, public subsidies for education at every level continue to decline, foreclosing on the promise of upward mobility. Global environmental sustainability is sacrificed on the altar of corporate profit, and the seas are rising around us. Our historic two-party system now exhibits the undeniable signs of long-standing internal rot and decay. One pillar of the system, the Republican Party, the so-called Grand Old Party, has been hijacked by corporately funded anti-intellectual extremists. I'm getting there. Who summarily reject the founding principles of American democracy, historically grounded in a philosophical commitment to human rationality. The other pillar, the so-called Democratic, is fatally divided. Its dominant centrist faction appears to be held in an inescapable death grip by the global financiers of Wall Street. What remains of its progressive wing has grown too weak and timid to defend the interests of the vast majority against the unconstrained rapacity of the corporate elite. Our protections against cynical corporate funding and domination of public discourse and elections have recently been stripped from us by our highest court. The essential principle of equal rights of all natural persons before the law has at last been fully extended to the contrived legal fabrication of corporate personhood, while the voting rights of students, that's right, while the voting rights of students and the poor are systematically revoked with fabricated claims of voter fraud.
Yeah.
Our mainstream corporate media, in base abandonment of their calling to the fourth estate, uncritically accept, endorse, and propagate this cynical political charade.
Yeah.
In the face of these grim realities, we, the people of the United States, the great mass of its diligent and industrial, middle, and working classes, pause in the faithful execution of our daily duties to rise in protest against this disgraceful and intolerable state of affairs.
Yeah.
We commit ourselves to the development and support of a program of public education and political activism in steadfast opposition to the domination of our country by corporate elites. We propose to convene a nonpartisan coalition of diverse constituencies, men and women of all races, students and teachers, workers, professionals, and unemployed, religious and non-religious, straight, lesbian, and gay, all under the campaign banner of Jobs Now.
Yeah.
Jobs Now.
Now.
Jobs
Now.
Jobs now!
Jobs now.
Jobs now! Jobs now! Don't let Obama do the same thing that Reagan did to the educational system. The gangsterism is Let him speak!
Real jobs, good jobs, living wage jobs, environmentally sustainable jobs that fulfill the promise of providing each and every one of us with a reasonable share of our collective social prosperity.
Yeah.
We demand the immediate adoption of full employment as the overriding national economic policy goal.
Yeah.
This demand, together with the implementation of effective enabling policy, will be known going forward as the Heartland Agenda.
Yeah.
Woo! We invoke long-standing principles of legal, nonviolent, direct action in advancement of our cause. We issue a nonpartisan call to our current political leadership to join us in this campaign or risk implacable opposition and electoral defeat.
Yeah.
We encourage and implore our fellow citizens to shake off the sense of futility which now pervades our public discourse and lend your full-throated voices to this campaign, a heartland campaign for the hearts and minds and souls of our people, our country, and our world.
Yeah.
And to this end, we pledge our lives, our fortunes, and our personal honor. Signed, We the People, Kansas City, Missouri, October 2011.
Yeah!
Jobs now. Jobs now. Jobs now.
Jobs now!
Jobs now.
Jobs now! Yeah!
Thank you all for listening. I just want to let you know we got this letter up online just a few hours before things started today. We wanted you all to have the chance to sign if you like the sound of it.
Yeah.
You can sign it physically if you can find a copy of it out there. It will give you a copy if you can catch us tonight, but you can sign it online and you'll count.
Yeah.
So you'll be hearing more from us as we go forward. We're going to be gearing up for this program of public education and activism. Keep an eye out.
Yeah!
Thank you.
Woo!